sense? So think more backwards, all right, in what you do, okay? Whereas on the cowbell, you can get pretty fancy out there on that mouth. When you play a shaker, it's not like any of those other things we just did, except it's similar to the tambourine. We pretty much just keep a steady beat, and we want to build up, back and forth, or both hands together. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want a feeling of going back and forth, you have two different sounding, you'll get it. Always put the louder one on your left, which is the backbeat, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. And if you want to just keep solid beat, so you don't do a lot of fancy stuff with shakers. Just building up, keeping time, swaying back and forth. Okay, we got tambourine, which falls under the jingles category. 1. Now what I'm doing is I'm keeping the rattles down by letting the weight of the rattles, and I'm playing on the head. My hand is upside down like this, and I've stuck my fingers in to the side, and I've grabbed the head, so I have a really good support on this. And a lot of times I put my arm right on my elbow, right in the side of my body, on top of my belt, because I want to be able to do this without hurting my shoulder. Okay? And so what I'm doing is playing over the top of it. Here, see, notice it doesn't jingle, it just keeps nice tight time. I've got my arm buried into the side of my body. I can do this all night long. I'm over the edge with the palm of my hand. If you play with your fingertips, you'll hurt your bones. You'll bruise your hand. Now that jingles. So what I'm doing is keeping the weight of the jingles down and playing over the top of it. It makes for a tighter rhythm. If I play like this, I get jingles, and it makes it really sloppy. Now when you're a really, really loud rock band, nobody can tell. You're going to be just like whatever. Okay, so let's do a build-up. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we went to quarters and eighths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. We came back down. Here we go. Build up. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. See how that works? Let's do a 2-measure cycle. 1 measure, 2 measure. 1 measure of time, that's keeping the beat, and 1 measure of build up. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Keep going. 3, 4. 1 and 2. There's the build up. That's how you define a cycle. You want to keep the backbeat. A lot of songs have that really hard backbeat, 2 and 4, right? Rock and roll. 1, 2. Now what happens if you do this? Hear all that jingle? So again, unless it's really loud and nobody's going to hear that jingle, I would just go 1, 2. You can lean back or to the left. 1, 2. So let's do all leaning to the left. Watch out for that.
That's left.
Okay.
The left, right.
Yeah, I'll lean to the right. Shoulder.
Yeah, it's bothering
Okay,
me.
go to the other
Yeah,
arm.
it is.
Okay. So I try to always bury my arms so it doesn't put any weight on my shoulder. I have really bad shoulders. 1, 2. I'm going to go to my right, which is your left. So now that's called the backbeat. In rock and roll, that really hard snare drum crack. Boom, chuck. We will rock you. We will, we will. You don't want to click on the 1, you want to click on the 2. Okay, here we go. Lean to your right on the 1, lean to your left on the 2. Just like you dance, just like you with everything. Okay, here we go. We will rock you, rock you. We will rock you. 3. Now notice I also put it on this side of the body. I come over. 1. Move it over. Yeah. Move your hand over. It's in my right hand, which is my strong hand, and I use my left hand because there's not much involved, right? We will rock you back. See, it's very high pitched. And all the heavy stuff is in the low pitch. We will, right? It's all that. Now what we'll do is, very common, double the 4. 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3. See how I keep my hands pretty much stable, and I use my left hand to move. I use across my body. Boom, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You can't get away, you can't go wrong with that basic motion. Okay, one last thing. What if you just want to keep time like a clock? A lot of times you need to do that because the band has a problem with keeping time. So you could go 1, 2, 3. We already did that. But you could do this. Now, this is where you get to hold it this way. You go 1 to your left. That's where which is to your left. Okay? So lean the opposite way from me. Opposite way from me. That way. Your left. You're going to come up against, and then you're going to go like this.
Yeah, that's how we've always played it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now notice, it just kind of jingles out there. Don't hit it. All right, somebody's opposite. 1. So I'm hitting hard on the 1 and 3. So we don't usually do that. Why? Why do we not really usually just play that simple back and Because
forth?
that's the downbeat.
Right, because 1 and 3 usually isn't high pitched, it's low pitched. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll go twice as fast, and now we go 1 and. The offbeats are now weak, and every beat is strong, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now again, I like to put my arm right up against my body and kind of use my hips, because you know what, I have weak shoulders. 1 and 2 and